Hi, it's Julie from Table for Two, and today I'm making corn fritters. This is a great way to use up corn, and it's a great, fun summer appetizer. I actually came up with this recipe because my husband and I had it at a restaurant, and I thought this would be awesome for a cookout or hang out with friends. Let's go ahead and get started and mix together the dry ingredients for the corn fritters. We have all-purpose flour, and I have cornmeal right here, and I really like using cornmeal in floury batters because it gives it a bit of a texture. And we have a little bit of baking powder, and this just gives it a little rise to your little cake fritters. They're kind of like a cake. And then we have salt and pepper, and we'll whisk it all together just to incorporate before we add in the liquid. Okay, that is great. And the liquid is just milk. So we'll add that in. Add a little bit before I add in a little more. I just want to make sure that the texture and the consistency is okay before I add in the corn. This is actually the consistency you're looking for. It's not too runny and it's not too thick that it's just like a lump. So we can add in the corn now. So here's the corn. Add that in. And then you stir it all together. And the batter basically binds it all together. I'm gonna chop up some fresh parsley and put it in here. And I love the parsley in here because it gives it a nice pop of color to go with the yellow of the corn. So we'll just grab some fresh parsley and just roughly chop it. Add that into our batter. And it just looks so nice in here, along with all the other ingredients. The green just gives it like this pop of color. I love it. We are ready to head to the stove and put together the corn fritters. Okay, you'll want to heat up your skillet to medium-high heat. And I'll add some olive oil to the skillet. And let that heat up. In the meantime, I'll talk to you about the ice cream scoop. So this ensures that your corn fritters are all the same size, and this is just a great way to ensure that because it's a uniform circle. And it's a lot easier than trying to use a spatula and putting it into the skillet and being like, oh, do I need more? Do I need a little less? This just makes it so much easier. And it's actually kind of less messy. Okay, the skillet feels pretty warm, so what I'm going to do is take a big scoopful and put it in. And you can already hear it sizzling a little. And you kind of want to take the back of the ice cream scoop and press it on the little mound that you made, so it's kind of like a flat cake. It's kind of like making pancakes, but with corn. So I think I could fit 2 in here. You don't want to overcrowd it because you don't want them sticking together. You don't want to touch it because you don't want it to just break apart. So what you want to do is just let it sit and let the bottom completely cook, because then the batter all sticks together, and then when you flip it, it won't shatter everywhere and and break, because then you won't have corn fritters. So I have the heat at a medium-high heat, but I like turning it down a little so the bottom doesn't get completely too brown. It's just mostly medium-high right when you heat it up, and then when you got the corn fritters in, turn it down just a little. Ooh, they look good. Okay, I'm gonna flip them. So they're all bound together. So this is like the perfect time to flip. You wanna get your spatula under there so it doesn't fall, and flip, and there you go, look, it's all together. This is so great. They're basically like little corn cakes. I'm not afraid of them falling apart, so I can actually add more to the skillet now. All right, well, just let those cook, just like the first 2. So in this recipe, I actually use frozen corn. You can use fresh or frozen, it doesn't matter. The consistency will still be the same. It's just whatever you have on hand. Definitely, if at all possible, if you're making this in the summertime, use fresh corn because they're sweet and in season. Let's try and flip this. Woo! All right, and the other one should be ready too. So see how like when you use a scoop and they're all consistent sizes, they all cook the same amount of time. So one is ready to flip, you know the other ones are ready to flip. So I think these can definitely come off the skillet. So I'll grab my plate and we'll plate it. So if you're making this for a crowd, this doubles, triples, quadruples super easily, and it also freezes very well. We are done cooking these. They look so good. They're like little pancakes, but corn. They're almost ready. Okay, these little pillowy bites of goodness are almost ready to eat. I like garnishing it with a bit of parsley. It just gives it a little pop of extra color. So I'll just grab some fresh parsley and we'll just put it right in the middle and it makes it look so pretty and ready to go. For the full recipe, visit tablefor2blog.com.